Ladies and gentlemen, we are gathered here today to remember the life and works of the Tour de France 2020. Let's all just pay our respects for the late, great race that we watched so intensely for the first 2 weeks of the race. Yes, I'm not Caleb Ewan and I'm wearing black because today the Tour de France has died. It is over. The final nail in the coffin has been placed and Primoz Roglic looks destined to become champion after stage 17 of this year's Tour de France. The Col de la Loze delivered a stage for the ages as we saw Miguel Angel Lopez take the stage victory at the top of this monstrous climb and this year's highest point in the race. The nail-biting final 3 kilometers brought a tantalizing battle between the yellow and white jerseys, culminating on the slopes of the Col de la Loze. We saw Pogacar just fall off, then really try hard to come back in, and it got so close. We were watching this chase between them. Kuss went up the road, foiled the whole move. Roglic was really pushing on, and eventually in the end we saw Primoz Roglic take an extra handful of time on his compatriot Tadej Pogacar. So with the gap now out to 57 seconds between the two Slovenians, is that too much for a time trial? I'm starting to think that it might be. 30 seconds is definitely a negotiable gap for a time trial, but 57 seconds is just a little bridge too far for Tadej Pogacar. But we'll talk about what's going to happen in the next couple days after we discuss what happened with the third place battle. Another exciting duel on the road, which today was won by Miguel Angel Lopez, who looks bound to take third place and solidify the podium that we look to have at the end of today. Coming into today, we had a lot of third place contenders: Lopez, Uran, Yates, as well as Landa. The tactics were so weird on today's stage. First, we saw Landa go, even though Bahrain were working for the whole day. I don't know why. Caruso fell off just in time for Landa to make an attack, but the only place he attacked was the back of the yellow jersey group, falling back. Then we saw Uran fall back. All of a sudden, the camera went up the road and we saw the man from Berry, Adam Yates, fall back the road. Miguel Angel Lopez was the only one still at the front of this race contending before he attacked with 3 kilometers to go. However, the person that we were all sleeping on throughout this whole race, sadly, is Richie Porte. I'm not the biggest fan of Richie Porte, but I must say he is now in a fantastic position to take his best Grand Tour finish. At the end of the day though, Lopez is the winner of this battle. He won the stage and gained about a minute on his nearest rivals. So currently in GC, he now sits 1:39 ahead of Richie Porte, which should be enough. This might be really close between them, but Lopez probably has a big enough advantage to take third place, and if anybody's going to attack tomorrow, it will probably be Lopez, as he has such a strong team around him, even if we thought Izagirre going in the break early today was a weird move tactically. For Yates, this would have been his last chance to get a big win. His team aren't strong enough to help him get back onto the podium. Similarly with Uran, it just didn't work out in the end. He looked decent on the Prix Cantal, but today it just didn't work out. And Landa, I'm just really confused about what happened to Landa. His team did so much work for it to come to nothing in the end. So Bahrain, you really need to look at yourselves and think, what went wrong here? Because there's no way they're getting back into this race GC-wise. So in terms of the rest of the race, we do have that time trial. That is where we could see 4th, 5th, 6th and 7th place all switch up, which should be an exciting battle on that day. We'll have to have our calculators out. But for tomorrow, stage 18, I don't think it will bring anything. Jumbo-Visma are now firmly in the driving seat as Roglic has 57 seconds of an advantage. So who's actually going to be brave enough to challenge Jumbo-Visma? They're so strong. We saw that with Kuss today. It would be stupid for anyone to try to make a big move because they will lose all their energy, as Wout van Aert, Tom Dumoulin and Sepp Kuss will just bring you back instantly. So we're purely waiting for this Planche des Belles Filles time trial and definitely Roglic's coronation. Even if something goes wrong for Roglic in the next couple days, he'll probably have teammates around him to support him. So this really was the last chance for Pogacar to whittle the gap down to around about 30 seconds, and Lopez looks pretty comfortable for third. So that's it, guys. The tombstone comes up again. The Tour de France, is it over? discuss in the comments below, because I am sure that this is it for the Tour de France. We are going to see Roglic take home the yellow jersey in Paris. Anyway, I'm still not Caleb Ewan. I don't actually know if he's made the time cut yet, so we'll have to find that one out, and I will see you around.